Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Caroline. What's good, what's poppin', how are y'all doing? You already know. Let's hop right into today's install. So I'm gonna be working with this wig from OMGHerHair company. I have worked with them a lot. They are known for having really good pre-made wigs, meaning that they're ready to be installed out of the box. The units come pre-pleached, pre-plucked, ready for you to just pop on without any of that extra customization hassle. This wig is very different for me. This is from their pre-curled, like curly edges line. I don't know if you guys have been seeing this online, but wigs are now coming with the edges, baby hairs pulled out and curled like it would, to mimic a very like natural, realistic hairline. I've tried something similar with this with a kinky curly, and that had a 4A, so it's more of a looser curl, which I think is a lot more easier to handle. Not saying there's nothing wrong with kinkier textures like 4A, like that's my natural edge, but I feel like it was just hard to maintain. You know, if I'm gonna want to struggle with natural hair to maintain it, I'm always wear my real wig, my real hair. I mean, you know what I mean? Anyways, here's the wig right out of the box. As you can see, the knots are bleached for you. It's a 13x6 frontal, so very nice deep middle parting, which I love, but unfortunately it does not have enough side parting. I hate when companies do that. Like, if you're gonna give me 13x6 in the front, give me 13x6 on the side, you know? But a really good middle parting regardless. The only customization thing I would do is I like to tint the lace on all of my wigs. I'm using my Maybeline Fit Me foundation in the shade 356 Warm Coconut, and this is just my exact skin match. I prefer to go with a liquid foundation versus a powder foundation because there's more coverage in the liquid, and I like to use a nice little dense brush to just buff that right into the lace underneath. Now that our lace is nice and tinted, we can put our wig on. Make sure you adjust the straps on the back of your wig, and yeah, there's me with my little past done braids as always. I'm going here and just cutting the lace around my ears. You know, I like to just make sure I'm thinking of cutting the lace in a upside down C, so like an N, and just kind of carving a little section around my ears. I do have a very detailed tutorial if you have trouble cutting the lace around your ears. I'll link it below to go and check that out. But once we have our lace nice and fitted around our ears, I'm going to go ahead and prep the lace for cutting just by cutting some sections. Sections just make the lace a lot easier to work with, especially something like this that has the baby hairs pulled out. I'm going to use my Ebin lace spray to lay down my lace. Y'all know this is what I use all the time. I will be coming out very soon with a review on all the different type of Ebin lace sprays, because you know, if you don't know, they do come in different cans. There's different cans mean different thing. The red one I like to use is like the medium hold. There's a yellow one, there's an extra hold, but for me, I've tried a few of them and so far this is my favorite one, but they did come out with some new ones and I definitely want to try that. Anyways, I'm just showing y'all over there. Don't be like me. I use proper tools. I was over here using a Sharpie to hold down my lace because I couldn't find my rat tail comb. But using anything flat, Sharpie, whatever you got, girl, to just push down that Ebin spray and with your blow dryer on a warm setting, just to really get that lace nice and flat, kind of like you're taking out air bubbles whenever you're installing a iPhone screen, you know, when you want to smooth it all out. That's what I imagine I'm doing whenever I'm trying to get a melted lace with that blow dryer and rat tail comb combination. Once I've gone all around laying down the lace, I like to like pull the lace back slightly just to see if I see any lifting. Like right here, I got some lifting, and I just go in again and just, you know, tap the spray back in there and just redo the process, because not all the time on the first attempt the lace is going to stick, and I like to make sure I catch the lifting on site, because one crack in the install takes the whole ship down. Like I always say, the key to a flawless install is really giving attention to detail. I did really like how the edges looked initially. Like I wish they stayed just like this. Like this looks super natural. Like it looks like someone's just real hair, because when you have like naturally curly hair like this, it's not like you're having like, you know, laid edges like how we do with our wigs. But don't get me wrong, I love a good laid edge. Like that's what I live for. But this was very natural and really nice, but unfortunately it does not last after the first install. But now let's get into styling the hair. I went ahead and just put the elastic band over the wig, and I just went in and started doing some styling first to help me figure out what I wanted to go for. I was like, let me just detangle the curls like the first attempt, because y'all know I like to take my detangling process seriously. So this is the first detangling, just to like break the curls out of its original, what's it called, original manufactured curls. Because I always say the way the curls look out of the box is not the way the curls gonna look at the end. Like you got to put some work into it if you want to look how I make my wigs look nice and juicy, you feel me? The products I was using, I went ahead and used mousse versus water because I wanted this hair to dry faster, because I was going out in less than an hour, and mousse does dry faster than water. But the product, the mousse that I use, I'm not a big fan of. It's something new, and it's my favorite mousse is the Nairobi Wrap and Set foam. I'm going to link that one below, because this one left the hair very crunchy and left like just like a weird cast over the hair, but it did the job for what I needed to do. This is an 18-inch unit, but if you notice from the beginning intro clips, this wig is a lot shorter at the end. This chop that I did right now is not even the last chop. For the first night of me wearing this wig, I did it this length. I did like about a good 2-inch chop, so now it's about a good 16 inches. But I don't know what's up with me, guys. I've been just so scissor happy. I've just been loving cutting hair, and I need to stop. I think my toxic trait is just cutting hair. I just feel like maybe this will look better if it's with a bob. But am I right? I feel like it ended up looking better as a bob. Let me know. Does it look better this way or the end bob look you'll see in a few? Anyways, so here I am just making sure I'm combing through the hair again, because once you cut the ends of curly hair, always make sure you go back in and brush and redefine those ends, because the ends will be blunt, and over here we like our ends to be nice and curly and popping. Now I'm going in and I want to just do some layers to the hair. I feel like curly hair just has a lot more shape. Just any install in general has a lot more shape when you add some layers. So I'm just going in and just doing just some light face framing layers on the bottom, and I definitely went for some dramatic bangs on the top. Okay, now like I said, it's time for the real curl defining process. I'm going with that same mousse again, and this is a trick I just started doing recently to really make my curly hair just really look good for any texture. I go in with the mousse, I saturate the hair. I'm using this Conair detangling brush. It's really good for detangling any type of hair texture. And what I do now is I wrap little ringlets around my finger, like little finger coils. I don't like to do too many or make it perfect, because I don't like that look. I still want it to look like a natural hairstyle. I don't want it to look like some roller set look. So I just go in randomly and look for curls that aren't clumping in a very nice form, and I just pick those and do little finger coils. You don't want to make them too big, but also not too small. You want to do these finger coils and let the hair air dry like this. Like at first it's not going to look probably very cute or appealing, but just let it stay like this. Let it air dry fully. This is why I'm using mousse, because mousse is going to dry faster than using water. But if you don't have any mousse, you can use just a good water and some leave-in conditioner. You just want to get the hair saturated. So this is how the hair was looking after I let it air dry for a good hour, and I did my makeup to give it time to dry. And I really did like this concept of the hair with the edges already came out for you. Like, look how the hairline looks. I don't have any baby hairs really going any, I didn't lay anything down, but the hairline just looks super natural, which I really liked. But and this is literally right out of the box. I did not do anything but actually install it. But no plucking, bleaching, those customized by them, which I just love the idea. Here I'm just going in, like I was telling you, after the hair is air dried, you can go in and start actually separating those tight curls. I like to go in with a little wide tooth comb and just pick everything out. Since this wig was 150% density, I felt like it wasn't as full as I wanted it. So that's one thing I love about curly hair. If it doesn't look full, you can make it look full. So I'm just going in and fluffing and separating everything to give it some volume. But here we are the next couple of days. I went in to go and reinstall this wig. I wanted to wear it for a moment so I can really give you guys an honest review on how I felt in the hair, you know. But to my surprise, well, not to, but unfortunately I realized the edges, once I tried to put them back on, they just were straight and they weren't curling back up. And since the edges naturally were very tight curl, once it was in a straight form, it was just really long. So I just went ahead and did my standard baby hair routine. I did cut the hair some more this day when I was reinstalling it. I feel like, especially when it comes to like lower density hair, for you to get that very nice full look, you have to kind of cut it to where the hair is the thickest. And the hair was the thickest at this length, so I did cut it all evenly blunt at the ends and just kept the layers light at the top. And I like this look a lot better. I feel like it made the curls pop a lot more. Curly hair just pops more when it has a nice blunt even chop, so I was happy with this. I'm just going back in and just retouching up the curls, doing the same routine, adding some mousse. I really like this hair because the curls do maintain themselves past a day. Like, these curls after you detangle them do last. Like, this hair was literally about 3 days since the initial install y'all saw, and the curls in the bottom were still pretty good. It was just like the curls in the middle and the top where I play with the hair the most throughout the day that needed to be refreshed. So I really do like this hair for the quality itself, not just the actual lace quality, but the hair quality I feel like is really good. Overall, I can say that this wig is definitely worth your money and worth the purchase. And I feel like it's quite affordable for what they're offering. If you want to get this exact look, this wig, I did cut it down to about 14 inches, but I would suggest getting 16 inches and giving it a blunt look so the ends can be full just like this. But this wig, for the same density, 150% density, 16 inches, all coming pre-plucked, pre-bleached, and I did get a medium cap, is $254. And I feel like for the hair quality and the lace quality and them doing everything for you, it is definitely worth the money. And this is a wig I can see lasting you a long time and being worth the investment. But yeah, that's all I have to say for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this look. I hope you enjoyed this install. See you guys in another one. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And peace out, Girl Scouts. Goodbye.